Hey guys, and welcome back to another Langrisser mobile video. Today I'll be going through my team and my overall progression throughout the game. So let's just get started. I use Legion of Glory only because I pulled them first from my summon, basically. But I do use off-action characters like Leon and Bozil. I'm hoping to get Lana, only because I want to combo that with Bozil's Dark Faction. Lana's single target damage is just insane, especially from her talent, which gives extra magic damage. And for the troops as well, it affects the troops. Whereas someone like Hein, his talent is nice. It gives 4% at the moment for 4-star intelligence every turn, but it doesn't affect his troops. So he's still, for me, he doesn't one-shot characters. So yeah, I'm planning to wait till I get Lana and invest in her as my magic damage dealer. Let's get started with Leon. He's my main damage dealer for pretty much everything. Standard gear, but not the ideal one. I do have the Seal Guardian, but just not enough Martial Spirits to upgrade yet. Carbon Fiber, I don't think it's his ideal one. I think his ideal one is probably what the damage reduction armors. But I'm just gonna probably just keep this on him for a while, only because he's a nice enchant. Horror Helm, good effect, but just waiting for the SSR version of that. Lone Star Armlet, I don't like this accessory because if you're away from your friendly units, then yeah, you get the stats, but if you're close to them, say next to Ledin who's guarding, then you don't get that attack. So that's one thing I don't like about that. I'm planning to swap that out with a Slayer's Emblem, which I do have, but not enough Martial Spirits to upgrade. In terms of skills, Thousand Hooves, really good skill, can't be dispelled, can't guard, and mobility down. There are better skills for different situations though. The only issue is that I keep forgetting to swap the skills out, or I'm too lazy to, so I just leave it as that. Soldiers, Angels, all the way. I never even invested in Vampire Bats, only because I use Sherry as well, and Sherry uses Angels, so I just thought two birds with one stone, just level up Angels. My Angels are maxed, I think. So yeah, they're really tanky and they just deal overall more damage. Elwyn, one of my main infantry units. After that patch yesterday, he's so strong because he just heals up everything. My Elwyn's at 5 stars, sorry, so he heals up 80% all the time. So that just means that you can send him out on his own and he'll kill the enemy and just heal up to full, which is nice. In terms of equipment, I'm using speed boots on him. So instead of having more attack, I prefer more mobility. I mainly use Elwyn to attack lances, and even without that extra attack, he still one-shots them. So I'm okay with using speed boots for now. But if I do encounter more enemies in the future where I can't one-shot them anymore, then I'll probably swap speed boots out with winged shin guards, which I do have. Only because the effect is when he's attacked, defense increases. So it just makes him more tankier and prevents that one shot from happening on him, and then he can just heal up the damage, which is nice. So yeah, double carbon fiber and full moon, because he can keep his HP up consistently. So yeah, pretty standard for Elwyn. Bozil, I never planned on using him, but he's just so needed for Timeless Trials. His skills are just so unique. The sleep skill and the summon undead. Summon undead to distract enemies and sleep to just paralyze them. And when you attack a target who has a sleep debuff, they don't retaliate any damage, which is really nice. So yeah, I mainly use him only for Timeless Trial, sometimes PvP, but I don't really play PvP much myself. Yeah, hoping to get Lana to combine them for the Dark Faction. Ledin, standard tank. Love Divine Guard, he's really strong. Definitely not ideal gear, except for the weapon, and the boots I really love. It gives plus defense and extra mobility. You know, even if I were to get Overlord badge, I'd still keep the Divine boots, because I really like the extra mobility to be able to move to places quickly. Mirror armor, just using that as a placeholder for now. Waiting for that armor that reduces melee damage, physical damage, I think. It's called Blood something, I can't remember. I'm just using this for now because I keep getting it when I farm the Goddess Trials. Same for the helmet, just placeholder. Waiting for that Sharon, I think it's called. The one that reduces defense for a enemy within 3 blocks. But yeah, as for enchants, I'm using 2 ice, 2 hard rock, because I want that extra stats basically, because when you have more defense and magic defense, you do more attack and overall more damage. But you do lose out on the unique effect, so no hard rock or ice effect, which is okay though, because my Legend still survives, so I'm okay with that. Soldiers, I use Mask Made sometimes when there's a lot of infantry, lancers, but for the most time I just use Phalanx, but they're not leveled up yet. Sherry, she was a beast early in mid game, but now I find it really hard for her to one-shot targets. The only way I see her to be able to one-shot like a level 65 enemy is if she had Ragnarok, that weapon that does fixed damage before the battle, so they start off with less soldiers basically, and having max enchants basically, and being 6-star, that's like, because I'm still struggling with even attack blessing and a miracle on Sherry to one-shot one of those targets at level 65 or something. But she's still useful, you know, that Wild Princess talent is really good. Get in and out, you know, or she can clean up 2 enemies. Planning to 6-star her and hoping that that 6-star stat increase might help her one-shot the targets. She's using angels, and as for skills, pretty generic, standard. Extra attack with Legion, and healing and lightning because it can reset. Nam, actually for that reason of in PvE and PvP that there's so many flyers, I decided to invest in Nam. She was already a 5-star, and then I happened to get the extreme magic bow as well, so I thought might as well invest in her. In terms of runes, I actually invested in everything, so I'm ready to upgrade her. I'm just waiting for ideal gear. For the time being, she's just using angels in Guild War, because I just use her in melee range and just attack enemies, and then angels just clean things up for me. But I do plan on getting the Sky Archer, so that she can move throughout the terrain without any decrease in mobility. 2 main healers, can't replace them. They have unique skills, like again and attack blessing. It's just irreplaceable. SR gear on Liana, 5-star, pretty average. And Tiaras, 3-star and 1 4-star SSR gear. No plans to invest in them just yet. They're not a top priority. Just gonna focus on my damage dealers. Yeah. And that's pretty much who I use on my main team. Occasionally I'll use Egbert for timeless trials, especially for the fixed damage time law, because his skill, his talent, sorry, applies fixed damage to every enemy he hits, which is nice. And I'll use Letitia for PvP sometimes for that extra mobility increase, and sometimes in timeless trials when you need to just run away to a safe location so your team can get ready for the mobs of enemies. In terms of troops, we'll go troops 15, 12, 13, 14, 7, 14. So haven't really invested in my archer and assassin. Cavalry, I only upgrade cavalry when I get materials from the expeditions. Mainly I'm focusing on flyer and infantry right now. I want to get my master maids to level 10, like my angels. For now, I think they're at level 8 or something. Yeah, level 8. Hoping to get them to level 10, and then once I've done that, I'm going to focus on phalanx, which are only level 5 right now. I could upgrade them, but I'm just going to wait for more materials for master maids. Holy and demon, haven't invested in any of these holy knights or bishop, or have I invested in shrine maidens. I just want to get my sorceress to level 10. So in prep for Lana and to help Bozel, I guess. Yeah, that's pretty much for our troops. Oh, it's a new day. In terms of ranking, 23rd on Rocky Valley. No rush to try to increase my power because I'm okay clearing everything right now. It's just that I'm waiting to get more martial spirits for my ideal gear. Strongest hero Leon, like I said before, gets the job done. Time Rift, I actually cleared Time Rift. Waiting for Time Rift 10 right now. And Timeless Trial, I have been able to clear the SS Ultimate Trial for the past 3 weeks, but I do remember my very first one was so hard. It took me like 7 hours just to clear one stage. But now that my team has leveled up a bit more and has better gear and enchants, it's become a little bit easier. If you guys are on the Rocky Valley server, feel free to join the our guild, Divinity. Don't really care about your power level or what level you are, just as long as you're active. You know, we're all a friendly bunch. Help each other out. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it.